Boo. Like many humans, I have the emotion fear. Some people like to get spooked out of their minds. You know, they're watching movies like It, Nightmare on Elm Street, A Haunted House, again. Not the actual location of a haunted house, but like the movie A Haunted House. That one. But the place too. The place is also one of those things, but that's not something you watch, so you go through it. Now, I don't really like the spooky stuff, but I'm interested. The reason I feel this way about the spooky and horror in general is it comes from my childhood, where I would watch and read, but mostly watch, Goosebumps. And specifically, the Night of the Living Dummy episodes. Man, I don't know what it was about that freaking stupid dummy named Slappy, but he was terrifying. I watched that episode once at night, and I was with my brother. I was with my family while watching the episode. Horrified. I had nightmares about this stupid guy, this stupid little dummy head, for years, literal years. Another big reason I don't really like spooky horror, all that stuff, is early YouTube. There were so many just jump scare videos. Like, they were everywhere. Like, I'm talking Ghost Car. I'm talking Scary Maze game. I'm talking videos of people playing the Scary Maze game. Like, those were meant for comedy, but just watching it on the monitor kind of spooked me a bit because yeah, I really don't like that image. I'm not gonna put it anywhere in this video because I hate looking at it. I don't like jump scares. That's the main thing. You would think that after seeing so many jump scares, after experiencing them so many times, that you would grow numb to them. But no. That's not how my brain works. That just makes me even more susceptible to them. I don't know why, but it's so bad that, I mean, right now it's not too bad, but at a time it was so bad that I would get jumped by a freaking rickroll. Like, I would just be watching. Now this is a true story. I was watching a video of the final boss in Twilight Princess, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. And I was watching, and it right in the middle of it. It wasn't even like before the end. It was just smack dab, just randomly in the fight, and it was just like, dude, and I was freaking, not liking jump scares means like I really have to be careful on where I'm tiptoeing around in the jump scares in the freaking horror zone, because if I smell a jump scare, I'm out. I'm like I stop watching. I plug my ears. La 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 no. Until it's over. And sometimes I'll still hear it like through this, and I'll still like kind of like look. Then I came across a medium that does not allow for jump scares, and also I'm a freaking weeb, so it's manga. Wow, horror manga. I wanted to read a horror manga. Obviously, wanting to read a horror manga, I was like, Junji Ito, let's go, my man. Let's read some of his stuff. So I read Uzumaki. Not that one. Go back to hiding in the grass, man. Go back to hiding in the leaves. That one. The one right there. This one. It's this one. The one I'm holding in my hands. It is also right there. Now, I could have read a lot of Junji Ito's work, but the reason I chose Uzumaki is, one, it's one of his most famous works. Two, it's a 3-volume series, but Viz Media released a deluxe edition, which is just all 3 volumes in one. So it's just one purchase for the entire thing, and I'm like, that's good. And also because I was in Barnes & Noble one time a few years ago, and I saw it, and I was like, that looks interesting. And it stuck with me. That's so. I got it recently and read it. Quick spoiler-free plot synopsis of Uzumaki. It's about a small coastal town in Japan called Kurozucho that is being spooked by the spiral. It's under the curse of the spiral, and we follow a high school girl, Kirie Goshima, as she lives in the town, because she lives in the town, obviously. And she experiences some of the spooky stuff happening in the town because of the freaking spiral. And everything has to do with a spiral in some way. Now, the concept of a spiral is so broad that, like, I had no idea what the heck was gonna happen in it. With the exception of the first 2 chapters, which I saw panels of while watching videos just about the manga before I read it. But when I actually started reading it, all I knew were stuff. The only things I really knew about were stuff that happened in the first 3 chapters. I really had no idea what was going on after that. And let me just say, Junji Ito is so freaking creative with how he uses spirals to how spirals affect the town. Like at the start of every chapter, I would read the title and I would be like, now how is that going to relate to a spiral and be spooky? How is it do it? And he does it every time. Every freaking time he does it. And I'm like, what? Like, okay. Let me find some examples. Like, the scar? Like, okay, is it gonna be a spiral shaped scar? No, the scar is just a normal chink scar. How is it spirally? How is it spooky and spirally? He does it. He does it. He makes it spooky and spirally. Another one. The Black Lighthouse is a lighthouse. There's nothing to do with the spiral, but it does. He does it. He makes it have to do with the spiral, and he makes it freaking a little spooky too. And I don't want to say anything more, but trust me, is that he's just so creative, and they're just really, it's just fun to figure out what is going to be the spooky of every chapter. And I just found myself just reading and reading because I was just interested whenever I got to a new chapter, to the point where I almost read the entire thing in one day, but I had to stop myself because I wanted to savor it. I wanted to make sure it lasted at least a few days. I ended up finishing it in 3 days, which, I could have finished it in 2, and I was almost about to, but I just ended up not reading it much the second day. I only read 1 chapter, just because I was doing other things. But it was, I was interested the entire way through, 100%. Oh my gosh. Junji Ito's art is so good. It's so, pretty to look at, but also, just kind of, but all unnerving and spooky. You see this? It doesn't seem, nothing weird is going on here. But, it's still, you just get a little, nervous feeling, looking at it. But it's also just really pretty to look at. To the point where, I have a panel from this as my, my phone lock screen. Specifically, it's the chapter page, the chapter title page to chapter chapter, what is it? Chapter 6. It's the title page to chapter 6. Medusa. And I'm just, you're seeing it here. It's just so pretty, but also, like, there's just a little bit of, like, like, if you know anything about, like, what, like, the plot of, like, what's going on in it, like I just told you, you know that, like, you're like, you see her hair, and you're like, that's a little, Yeah, but also, this has nothing to do with, like, the horror of it, it just has to do with how freaking good the art is. This is a cute anime girl. It's not your typical cute anime girl like this. Like that's a cute anime girl too, but it's a different style of cute anime girl, and I find it's cute in a different way, in a very different way from this. But I don't know, I like her design. It's nice. It's nice and simple. That's enough about that. Now, the last thing I want to say is that if you're even the slightest bit interested in horror in any way, like even if you're not like a super weeb, even if you've never read a manga before, if you're like interested in like horror, definitely read Uzumaki. Like you can get the deluxe edition for like less than $30. I mean, it's still a lot of money, but you could get it on sale pretty easily. Like, there's a lot of websites, like Bright Stuff usually has pretty good sales going on, but they're not out of stock on everything. But yeah, they got pretty good sales. You could probably find a sale on Amazon as well. Amazon, you could get it in like 2 days as well. Yeah, or you could pick it up at a bookstore, because you know, stores are opening up again. I went to Barnes & Noble a few days ago. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. That's for a whole nother time, though. That's another time. I'll tell you about that later. I definitely recommend reading Uzumaki. It's not like super duper duper scary, but it's unnerving, and it's got some good spooks in it, and especially towards the end, it really like comes together really nicely, and just really like, you know? Yeah, you'll know. If you read it before, you know. But yeah, I just definitely give it a try if you're interested in horror. Or if you just like manga, even if you've never really given a thought to horror, but you like manga, definitely give it a try. So, my rating for Uzumaki is a really good, pretty freaking nice, like a woo, you know? I hope you like this, like, slightly scripted style of video, and just being in front of the green screen and having stuff go all around me, and, you know. I really like using the green screen. I mean, I got the green screen to use it, so obviously I'm gonna use it. If you got this point, thank you so much. I would appreciate if you see this is the subscribe button. If you've already done that, this is the like button. If you hit both of those, if you subscribe and you hit like, maybe even type a little comment, I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright, I'm gonna end the video now. Bye bye.